corruption in the system. No, it is not corruption that is robbing you of your positive mindset.
With 70% of our Nigerian youths are leaving the country. Why are they leaving the country? What is driving them out of the country? It's because of the Nigerian education.
Okay, fine. Good morning to you, students. Good morning to you all. You're all welcome to this program. Here we have our debate competition between two schools. Before then, I would like you to clap, to put your hands together and appreciate one another. Clap for yourself for being here as a student. Thank you. Thank you. Today we are here to, as students, as educationalists in school, we are here to present our quiz, our debate between two schools. We have the school invited here to Christ Redeemer Model Secondary School. That is where the program is being organized. Well, today we are having two schools with us that's going to present to us debates. One we go for, while the other will against the motion. Now, the school being invited, we are going to put your hands together to clap for this school. That is King and Queens Academy. So, King and Queens Academy, please put your hands together for them. The school comprises of both boys and girls, and you have the beautiful king and queens in the house, and they are looking radiant. They are looking like a queen and a king. Please put your hands together again for them. Okay. Also, the school where we are having the program today, and is being called Christ the Redeemer's Model Secondary School. Thank you. You are all welcome to Christ Redeemer's Modern Secondary School, all here in Osogbo, Osun State. I would like to use this medium to welcome all our crew for today, our moderators and everyone. I would like to introduce our Edu TV judge, the person of Mrs. Olatunji. Please put your hands together for her. She's on the high table here. Okay, I also want to welcome the staff of Kings and Queens Academy. Yeah, Kings and Queens Academy. I have with me Mr. Olaone Kende Emmanuel. You are welcome, sir. Okay, also Mr. Martins Daniel is with Mr. Olaone. You are welcome, sir. All right. Also, I have with me one of my colleagues in school, which is also we're going to be part of the moderator. I have with me one of my English teacher in Christ Redeemer's Model Secondary School, Mr. Olaoluwa. All right, please. I have one of my, I have the staff with me as well. I have staff around me. Behind the camera, I have Mr. Omiponle. And as well, I have Mrs. Okpatayo too. Okay, we will be appreciating the Edu TV crew and other staff that will be coming over. My name is Mrs. Akinwande, so I'm here as well. Okay, I will have to call the contestant first before I will be asking Mrs. Olatunji to have a talk with us before we start the program in full. So I also want to have the following students here on the platform, on the podium. I want to have Queen Tomilola Priscilla Akilola. All right. I won't be so surprised that every one of them, or the two, are going to be named Queen because they are from Queen and Kings Academy. So the first one was we have Queen Tomilola Priscilla Akilola for Queen and Kings Academy. All right. I equally want to have her with her, our colleague, also Queen Aishat Akombi. You are welcome. I love that introduction with their names having queens. I hope the Redeemers also start with Redeemer and with their names as well. Okay, one out from Christ Redeemers Model College Secondary School. We have Elizabeth Ikekwa. And also we have Oyinda Mola, the second one as well. Oyinda Mola Olasoji. All right, the two are from Christ with the Redeemers Model Secondary. Please put your hands together for the contestants. While I will have, okay, I would like to call on Mr. Olaone Kende Emmanuel to please come to the stage as honor. Please put your hands together for Mr. Olaone Kende as also I will be having Mr. Olaoluwa to join them on the stage as well. So our dear audience and viewers, we would like you to listen. This show starts now. So, over to you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Mentioned Christ Redeemers Model Secondary School and Kings and Queen Academy. The speakers have been called to their seats, and shortly the debate, the speaking starts now. And I want to, I'm facing the speakers now. The chief speaker, who is going to be the first speaker for these two schools, you have 7 minutes to speak when you are being called out for your presentation. Then the second speaker will be having 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Take note of that. And make sure you are able to express yourself, be audible enough. And when you are presenting, make sure you are well composed. Let us hear you well. And make sure everything you have prepared, you have itemized, you've committed to your memory. Make sure you are able to express yourself well, so that at the end of the whole thing, you would have a success-leading result. So I want to wish you a successful debate competition at the end of it all. So you own the floor. When you are being called, make sure you are able to carry us along very well. The topic they are going to be debating on is the Nigerian educational system preparing students for the future. That is the topic under discussion. Is the Nigerian educational system preparing students for the future? That is the topic. And to the audience, I want to say happy listening to you all.
All right, thank you, ma'am. We really appreciate you. I want to introduce Mr. Martins Daniel, who is our timekeeper for today. Thank you, sir, for coming. She has introduced the topic to us. Is Nigeria educational system adequately preparing us for the future? Do we understand that? So we are going to listen to our our contestants that will be coming here, and we want you to please listen attentively to all that is being said. Is that clear? The question again is Nigeria educational system adequately preparing us for the future? So we are going to know if it is true or not. So we have the first school that will be the first speaker from the first school that will be coming to say one or two things about the topic. We have the chief speaker of Christ the Redeemer Model Secondary School, Olasoji Oyindamola.
The educational system of Nigeria, be it formal or the informal way, has helped us, the students, has structured us adequately as learners to acquire knowledge which creates opportunities for the future. How then can you say that the Nigerian educational system has not adequately prepared us for the future? But before I continue, I would like to give one or two more next due. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, and fellow students here. My name is Olasoji Oyindamola, and I'm here to support the motion. Is the Nigeria educational system adequately preparing us for the future? Firstly, what is education? Education is the process of learning or acquiring knowledge, skills, and idea. What is educational system? The educational system can be defined as the structure of learning in a state or in a country. So how has the Nigerian educational system helped us as students? How has it equipped us? How has it prepared us for our future? Firstly, the educational system of Nigeria has created in us, the students, a sense of responsibility, and even in the youth. What do I mean by that? We all know that in a school there is a hierarchy of governments, okay, ranging from the principal to the vice principal to the teachers, and then we also have the prefectorial bodies. And also in a classroom, we have the class captain and the assistant class captain, right? Each of the students are assigned to a post, and they hold a post in the school, and responsibility is attached to this post, making them to own responsibility for every of their position. Now, the class captain knows that he or she is to organize his or her members of the class and coordinate their affairs. And he or she is to ensure that they submit their assignment at the right time, submit their classwork at the right time. This child has already been prepared for future leadership role. And as we all know that the youth and the students are the future leaders of our tomorrow. So, by holding key posts in schools, we have been prepared for the future leadership role that we have to take. So the Nigerian educational system has prepared us. Also, I would like to establish that the Nigerian educational system consists of both the formal and the informal way of learning. What do I mean by the formal way of learning? The formal way of learning takes place in the four walls of the school, while the informal way of learning can take place in an environment or in our individual homes. Now, for the formal way of learning, the Nigerian educational system has helped us to maximize our potential. How? The Nigerian educational system has helped to tap into the treasures lying in individual students. Okay, for a child who has the talent, who loves singing, who loves music, I mean, the child has the opportunity to express his or herself, express his or her talents or gifts in music class by singing, dancing, or playing musical instruments. Also, a child who loves art has the opportunity to express his or herself in cultural and creative arts that has been included in our curriculum. He or she can draw, he or she can do different things, art crafts. So the Nigerian educational system is helping us to maximize our potential, and by maximizing our potentials, it is equipping us as entrepreneurs. Yes, even if the child decides not to work with his or her certificate, he or she can take up a skill that will make he or she independent financially. Also, the Nigerian educational system has helped in the area of professionalism. Yes, we have different vocational trainings As we all know, we have tailoring, we have shoe making, bag making. But I will tell you that the Nigerian educational system has helped those who are into these skills to build their brands. If they were not educated, they would have access to the social media. They will not be able to project their work to international companies. We have people like Vicky James who is into tailoring, and her brand is known internationally. Like, she has international clients. We also have people like Lady Crafts. Her brand is known internationally. She's into bag making and shoe making. It is the Nigerian educational system that equipped her and made her an entrepreneur, made her dependent financially. Also, the Nigerian educational system has helped our creativity. Yes, we tend to limit the Nigerian education to writing notes from the board and collecting certificates. But we tell you that the Nigerian educational system is not only limited to that. We have people who are creative, and the Nigerian educational system has helped them to know that, okay, they can exhibit their works. For somebody who loves writing, he or she has the opportunity to write for the school press club. He or she has the opportunity to write for the school magazine. For a person who loves literary and who loves public speaking, he or she has the ability to join the literary and debate club. Okay, as a student, I desire to be a lawyer. And do you know that the Nigerian educational system has just created a platform for me now? Because I am standing here before you to defend a particular point. And that point, I'm defending it in presence of a large audience and panel of judges. But that is the same thing I will do when I become a lawyer. Yet I would have to defend a client in the presence of a judge and in the presence of a large audience and large witnesses. So the Nigerian educational system is adequately equipping us, adequately preparing us for the future. It is helping us to be creative. It is creating a platform for us to exhibit our talents. Also, the Nigerian educational system has helped, looking from the area of informal education, it has helped to build our morals. As according to John C. Maxwell, he says, respect is the foundation of a positive relationship. Now, in a typical Nigerian home, once you wake up, you have to greet every elder you have in that home. Do you know that that particular act is creating a sense of respect into that child? And since we all know that respect is the foundation of a positive relationship, that child has the opportunity to make positive relationship in the future. That particular informal education that he has received from his or her home is building the child. Even in the school, we are taught how to respect. For my school, when the elder is coming on the staircase, you have to stop on the staircase, go back down for the elder to pass. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, you will all agree with me that the Nigerian educational system is adequately preparing us for the future. Thank you.
All right, audience. All right, students. That was awesome. She has said one or two about Nigeria educational system. She is for Nigeria educational system is how a Nigeria educational system has been promoting us as students, as learners. So I would like to call on the second contestant who will be coming here to oppose the motion, to go against the motion that says that is Nigeria educational system adequately preparing us for the future. So I would like to call on Queen Tomilola Priscilla Atilola to come and please put our hands together for prayer.
Professor Atahiru Jega, the former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, once said, and I quote, "The quality of our education will determine the quality of our future leaders." This emphasizes the transformative power of education and its impact on individuals and society, and its role in shaping a better future, especially for Nigerian youths and students of today. Good day, honorable judges, esteemed audience, online audience, and my my fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen. I am Queen Oluwatomilola Priscilla Atilola from Kings and Queens Academy. I'm here on this rostrum today to speak against the motion. Is the Nigerian educational system adequately preparing students for the future? There goes the saying that the Nigerian youths are the future leaders of tomorrow. But it seems like tomorrow will never come because it's a vision, that's a mission that is very hard to accomplish. The National Bureau of Statistics reports that Nigeria has a staggering number of over 80,000 private secondary schools in Nigeria. It is worth noting that these schools don't meet the required standards and happen to be approved by the government. Nigeria has more than a total of 81,520 public primary schools, more than 23,550 public secondary schools, and more than 938 government institutions, giving us a total of 195,008 private and public schools in Nigeria. Nevertheless, it is also worth noting that these schools, despite the large number of public schools in Nigeria, Nigeria still faces challenges in providing quality education to all its citizens, with approximately 10.5 million children aged between 5 to 14 years not attending school, and a total of 20 million children all over Nigeria not attending school. However, it also interests you all seated right here to know that the public primary sector has over 30% dropouts, while the public secondary sector has over 50% dropouts. This now brings us all back to the question: is the Nigerian educational system really and adequately preparing students for the future? Well, the answer to this is like pouring water in a perforated bowl. Come with me to the kitchen where we dice, chop, and slice the spices, opening up the Nigerian educational system using various condiments in preparing this magical pot of soup. To start with, the low academic standard in our Nigerian educational system have far-reaching consequences, affecting various stakeholders and the nation as a whole. Today, in the post-independence era, the standard of education in Nigeria has fallen drastically, heading towards a state of total collapse. In short, it seems to currently have no headway or way out. Most wealthy Nigerian parents, especially the bourgeoisies and the politicians, who are the prime causes of the ugly and unfortunate educational model in Nigeria, at the same time send their children and wards out for education elsewhere. Moving on, the educational system tends to focus heavily on theoretical knowledge rather than practical applications. Students often graduate without hands-on experiences and skills that are crucial in real-world scenarios, such as critical thinking, problem solving that are necessary in practical situations. In addition, the national educational curriculum has not evolved to meet the demands of a rapidly changing global job market. Subjects taught in schools do not align with the current technological advancements and the skills needed for future careers. An irrelevant curriculum leads to disengagement of the students. Have you all heard the popular saying, school na scam? This is when learners do not see the value or application of what they are learning. Their motivation decreases, their skills decreases, which results in poor academic performances among the students. Furthermore, many schools faces infrastructural challenges, which includes lack of basic essential facilities like laboratories, libraries, lack of recreational facilities, and inadequate access to technology. Inadequate infrastructure has led to higher dropout rates among students. Students often leave school due to discomfort of lack of basic necessities, which reduces overall enrollment and educational attainment. A healthy learning environment is crucial for the well-being of the students, and it helps boost their academic performances. Also, government mismanagement and political interference in the Nigerian educational system has led to a lack of autonomy for schools and universities. This has led to a lack of quality education and lack of academic freedom. However, corruption in the educational sector has diverted funds meant for schools, which includes poor maintenance of facilities, lack of learning materials, and insufficient teacher salaries, which further demoralizes the educational sector. Is this not the educational system that is really preparing us, the future leaders of tomorrow, for the future? In conclusion, the overall structure and approach of our Nigerian educational system do not adequately prepare students for the future. Former President Goodluck Jonathan once said, and I quote, "Education is the foundation upon which our country is built." At this juncture, I believe it's all my recipes and ingredients that you all seated here are well fed beyond reasonable doubt that our Nigerian educational system do not adequately prepare our students for the future in any way. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, by nomenclature, my name remains Queen Oluwatomilola Priscilla Atilola from Kings and Queens Academy. Thank you.
Wow. Hello. That was awesome too. That was so lovely hearing from Queen Tomilola Priscilla Atilola. She has said it all, how the Nigerian educational system has not been of help to as students to have a good future or to have a better future. All right, that was lovely. We have the first two contestants. Okay. Now we have the first two contestants that has been here. I would like to call on the next participant from Christ the Redeemer's Modern College Secondary School, and that is Elizabeth Ikekwa. So please come on stage.
Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Ikekwa Elizabeth, and I'm here to support the motion, is the Nigerian educational system adequately preparing we students for the future? I don't need to define the crude terms because my colleague has already done that. We all know that the Nigerian educational system hasn't only limited education or academic education to the four walls of the classroom, but has also embraced various ways of learning, and one of them is morals. As we all know, morals to be the acceptable and proper way of behaving in the society and in the schools, at home, and everywhere we find ourselves. As my colleague has said, in our school, it is a custom that if you see a teacher coming with a load, you have to assist the teacher with it. That's part of morals. Respecting your elders is part of morals. When you have conflict with your students and you feel like, oh, I can't take laws into my hands, that's morals. When you report to the authority, when you don't do things at your own will, anyhow you like, that's morals. Morals has helped us as students to develop our character, to interact socially. We tend to meet people from different cultures, different heritages, different languages, and different traditions, and morals has helped us to interact socially with them, to have this interpersonal relationship, to have peaceful coexistence with our friends. That leads me to my next point, vocational training. You can ask me that how has the Nigerian educational system help us in vocational training? We are all offering subjects like agricultural science, food and nutrition, dye and bleaching, and the rest among others. I am a food and nutrition student, and I can boldly tell you that I have learned how to bake pastries, I have learned how to bake cakes, how to do decoration and all. And that is really going to help me in the future. How? It's going to make me independent. It's going to make me an entrepreneur. It's going to make me have a side also, not to depend only on my academic certificate. My next point, scholarship. Scholarship has offered many students in Nigeria financial support, and has enhanced our career prospects, and has exposed us to diverse academic experiences. I have many students in my school who have passed out, both my seniors and my classmates. They are abroad now. Why? Because the Nigerian educational system helped them to acquire the knowledge they ought to have acquired or they need to acquire, and some of them, they did exams, they passed the exams, they are abroad now. So the Nigerian educational system has helped them for their future in one way or the other, helping them to gain access to quality education both locally and internationally. We also have examples and stories of people in the past who are going to motivate us and who's going to enlighten us. One of them is Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She was opportuned by scholarship to attend Harvard University, and I can boldly tell you that she's the director of the World Trade Organization. That's an impact. Our future is already bright. Why? Because the Nigerian educational system helped her. Let me tell you something. The Nigerian educational system is not about things. It's about your mindset. You can decide. The Nigerian educational system can decide to have impacts in you if you decide to make impact in your generation. If you decide to make impact in your future, you can decide to make impact in your future by you making sure that, oh, this Nigerian educational system, you want to make an impact. You want to do something that is just going to make you to at least move your schools forward, move things forward around you. We also have in our school curriculums. There are moral talks there. There are academic debates there. There are a lot of things in our school curriculums, and that's actually helping us. As my colleague has said, I was a very shy student before, but due to the morals, due to self-discipline, due to what my school has taught me, due to the Nigerian educational system, I am boldly standing here at the front and doing public speaking. That has really helped me and is going to help me for my future. I am also an aspiring accountant, and I can boldly tell you that since when I was in the junior class, I did business studies, and I was able to aspire, and I'm able to aspire to be an accountant. With these few points, how can you say the Nigerian educational system hasn't helped or isn't preparing we students for the future? Think about it. Thank you.
and students. That was awesome too. Decorum, please. That was lovely as well. She has already put her thoughts in her heart. She said we should think about it. Think about it. As we are thinking, I also want to call on the next participant, whom she's going to make us to think the more. I want to call on Queen Aishat Akonbi. Please put your hands together for Akonbi.
Today, we are not just discussing, but we are shaping the future. I want us to know that beneath the surface of the Nigerian educational system lies a complex web of challenges. According to Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, he said, and I quote, "The whole purpose of education is to turn mirrors into windows." But come to think of it, let's throw facts. Can the educational system in Nigeria actually do that? No. The system of education being offered by Nigeria can never prepare students to face the challenges in the ever-changing world, especially at the speed in which change is occurring in the 21st century. Standing on this existing protocol well established by my chief speaker is Aishat Akonbi, a queen from Kings and Queens Academy. And I'm here to speak in opposition of the motion. Is the Nigerian educational system adequately preparing students for the future? Answer to this question is very simple. No, it is not preparing us for the future. Rather than its development, it keeps deteriorating day by day. Journey with me as I dive into the depths of my points. Due to the long existing rate of corruption in all levels of government, Nigeria has suffered in many ways, like inappropriate funds, which has led to poor infrastructure and absence of teaching aids. According to UNESCO recommendation, Nigeria should spend about 20 to 30% of its annual budget on the educational sector. But currently, we are spending a lesser percentage. Moving on to my next point, we have lack of contemporary skills. We have not imbibed the modern scientific culture in all aspects of our education. Some of our students are not being taught skills like coding, programming, UI and UX design, and artificial intelligence is not present in our aspect of education. Moreover, jackpot syndrome, they say, is now ravaging widely in our country. Many of our youths are increasingly seeking better education, driven by utmost factor, and that is educational insecurity. In 2023 to 2024, a staggering 70% of our Nigerian youths are leaving the country. Why are they leaving the country? What is driving them out of the country? It's because of the Nigerian educational system. Education, they say, is free and compulsory, but not here in Nigeria. According to UNESCO recommendation again, about 10.5 million of our Nigerian students are out of school. And we have most of our highly intelligent students, but they are from a poor background. The government keep promising, but can't provide us better quality education and scholarships. Imagine, our parents go out there suffering, laboring, under the sun, under the rain, just to pay a sum of money after spending numerous years in school, and we are still tagged unemployable. And I call the message stand on this same podium, telling us that the Nigerian educational system is preparing us for the future. So tell me, what future? Come off it. Let's not deceive ourselves with blah blah, blue blue, and blah blah, because we all know that the Nigerian educational system cannot prepare us for the future. Conclusively, all these cultural practices retire the progress of our nation. And education is not the preparation of life, but it is life itself. And education is creative, not procreative. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, without mincing words, I hope I've been able to convince you beyond reasonable doubt that the educational system in Nigeria cannot, not even close to preparing us for the future. Thank you.
Oh, that was awesome too. Please put your hands together for Queen Aishat Akonbi. As well as other contestants too. I mean the first speaker from Christ Redeemer and from King and Queen Academy. Please put your hands together for them. You can see they've given us all that we need to know about Nigeria education, how it has really prepared us or not. Before judging these two schools, I would like to call the chief contestants again. The first person from Christ Redeemer, then the second person from King and Queens Academy, to just for 2 minutes to run it out for us. Okay, just for 2 minutes. They are here. They are going to be here to say one or two things about the topic. I call on Olasoji Oyindamona for Christ Redeemer's Model College.
Standing on the existing protocol, as a reviewer, I am here again. And okay, I heard that my co-debater was saying that the Nigeria's educational system is not helping us. But I will tell you that that all of you here, all students here, are a product of the educational system in Nigeria. You are a product, I am a product, they are a product. And you are standing here to speak to us that the Nigerian educational system is not adequately preparing us, and here you are able to speak boldly to the people here. How come? How is that possible? You tell me that the Nigerian educational system, okay, youth are fond of saying education has scam, but I will tell you that this is not the fault. You shouldn't blame this on the educational system of Nigeria. Why? Because it is not the educational system of Nigeria that will tell you not to write when your teacher is teaching in class. It is your mindset. It is your mindset that is telling you that education has come. You look up to people who are not ready to be educated and they are discouraging others. And you tell me that it is because there is corruption in the system. No, it is not corruption that is robbing you of your positive mindset. It is not corruption that is robbing you of reading after your teachers have written notes for you. It is not corruption. It is not corruption. It is your mindset. So I will tell you that this educational system of Nigeria is adequately preparing us if we are ready to be prepared. It depends on us. It depends on us. And I repeat, it depends on us if we are ready to be prepared. It is equipping us. It is one thing to equip a soldier. It is another thing for the soldier to fight in war. Hey, you can give a soldier guns, different ammunition, and he can get to the battlefield and not fight. But the educational system of Nigeria is adequately equipping us. Yes, it is equipping us. But are we ready to fight? Are we ready to change our world? Are we ready to transform? With this point of mind, I hope you will not be among the doubting Thomases that says that educational system of Nigeria is not adequately preparing us for the future.
Okay, I can see that you really enjoy her speech. Okay, I would like to call on the next participant from King and Queen's Academy, the first speaker rather from King and Queen's Academy, to please come and have our own review. That is Queen Tomilola Priscilla Atilola.
Okay, good day everyone. I'm here on this podium today again to rebuke what my co-debater has said. Okay, there is a quote that says by Malcolm X. There's a quote that says, "Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." So now we're talking about the structure of education in Nigeria. We're now, okay, you can actually see that it's really preparing us for the future, but you mentioned something about one Madam Ngozi Ukojowiala, something like that. You said she was sponsored like during her days. Okay, I would like to tell you that during the educational system in the olden days is far better than the educational system now. So we have outdated curriculum and curriculum that are not really meeting with the technological advancements and the skills that are needed for future careers. And so you mentioned entrepreneurship. So this might sound funny, but there is one university graduate from OAU who studied in the university for 11 years. He has been wandering, roaming about the streets, and then one day he just took his certificate and went back to that school to give back his certificate. That he's not interested in his certificate anymore, that is not working for him. That's someone who has studied in the university for 11 good years. So you're not telling me that the educational system is really preparing us for the future. Yes, it's preparing us for the future. My co-debater said that. Remember, my co-debater said that the educational system is preparing us for the future, right? Like, is you said that it's preparing us for the future, but after all the years we spend in university, we are still tagged unemployable. Like our certificates don't matter anymore. Our certificates are not really meaningful to us now. It's not really helping our youth of today. So I would like to end on this note that the overall structure in the Nigerian educational system do not adequately prepare us for the future. Thank you.
Put your hands together again for them. They have really tried coming to the podium to tell us one or two things about the topic. The topic still says, is Nigeria educational system really adequately preparing us for the future? Before the chief judge will tell us what it's all about or what is going on and everything about it, I would like to call the external judge and other judges with her, and I will start from Mr. Olaone Kende to say one or two things. Any mistake or
this topic is very crucial to our existence as students that are planning for the future. Now, from my own points, you all did well. You have all done justice to the mode of introduction. For instance, I heard some speakers saying something about, I am here to support or oppose the motion that states or says. Quickly, I want to correct. A debate like this, a motion does not state or says. Correction to some of this introduction. So basically, both schools, you have done well. In addition to what I just said now, please, for subsequent debates, there's a need for us to ensure that we give enough evidences, illustrations, and let our points be well digested by everyone that is in the hall. What I'm saying is this: your points should be convincing. It doesn't matter even if you have just 2 points or 3 points, but how well or how have you been able to convince us with these points? You can have a co-debater here with up to 20 points, which might not count or stand because they are not convincing enough. Then again, I would like you also to work more on your rebuters. I think Kings and Queens Academy did not do too well in this regard. Sorry to say, because I feel they didn't prepare much for the rebuters. You see, rebuting a debate is very, very germane, because if you leave your co-debater's point valid, then it means you have not done justice. You are leaving the judges to be on, should I say, to sit on the fence. Should I agree with this side or should I agree with this side? But if you're able to water down the point of your opponents well, you convince me well enough not to agree with that person, then you have the day. So there's a need for us to prepare well for the rebuters. So in terms of presentation, you all did well, but in terms of rebuters, I give it to you. Redeemers Christ, or Christ the Redeemers Model Secondary School. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Is this speaking or? I think so. Do you have something?
Okay, I'll manage it. All right. All right. Good day, everyone. I'd like to appreciate Mr. Olaone for those comments, and honestly, he has spoken my mind. So I will dwell on grammaticalities and then dictions. Okay. So some of you pronounce some words wrongly. For instance, you were all saying education, 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 education. That word is pronounced education, all right? Education, okay? Then, okay, from Christ Redeemer School, I discovered that some of you, or one of you, was not confident enough. Okay, please try to build your confidence. It is not a crime to have stage fright. In fact, it is normal. As a public speaker, you must have stage fright. If you are adequately prepared for the speech, you should have it. However, your fright should and must disappear the first few seconds you get to the stage. Okay, so it shouldn't dwell with you while you are on the stage. Then another speaker said foundation. That word is foundation. All right, you have your diphthong there. Foundation. So please take note of that. All right, so then in a bit to bit time, the chief speaker was speaking in a hurry, so your words were not too clear. All right, so please ensure you have clarity subsequently. All right, then the word individual, I-N-D-I-V-I-D-U-A-L, is individual, not individual. Okay, it's very common with English words where you have D-U, so it sounds as j. Okay, not d. The same thing applies to education, so please take note of that. Then the word challenges is challenges. Okay, challenge, not challenge. All right, not challenge. Whether it is a verb or a noun, it is pronounced as challenge. Okay, not challenge. All right, then one of you pronounce the word as wealthy. Well, I think it is the chief speaker from Kings and Queen. That word is wealthy, not wealthy. Okay, it is voiceless, dental fricative. All right, so take note of that. Many schools faces. This expression has violated the rule of concord. All right, your subject must agree with your verb. So many schools face. All right, many schools face. All right, when your verb carries an S, then it is singular. All right, so please take note of that. I think okay, curriculums. I think it was the chief speaker from Christ Redeemer Model School. Okay, curriculums. The plural of curriculum is curricula. All right, not curriculums. Then you were all saying social. Okay, it should be social. Then the last word here is journey, not journey. Then one of the speakers from Quiz and Queen said conclusively. Please avoid that. Whether in written or in spoken English, stop saying conclusively. All right, if you want to end your write-up or your speech, you say in conclusion or in a nutshell. Okay, or to cap it all, stop saying conclusively. But in all, you've all done excellently well. Please applaud yourselves, please.
Either in proposition to the motion or opposing the motion, they have really done well. And as people that spoke ahead of me had said, they have been able to correct some grammatical blunders you committed, and in grammar and even pronunciation. Please, I want you to take note of all this so that should you have the chance to speak like this, the same thing will not repeat itself again. So please take note of that. And I want the audience there to really applaud these ones for me. Please do that. The correction, so I will not need to go into that again. So now I'm going to, before I announce the result of the competition, I would like to give us the modalities for rating the speakers. First, we observe their appearance. How do they look like, their uniform, how neat they are, and the likes. And at the same time, the composture, how they are able to compose themselves while speaking. And the points, each point carries 5 marks. They are able to make like 4-5 points. Whatever mark we might have given for each point will be multiplied by 5 points. And at the same time, the expression, that one is able to give them the total mark of 10 marks. Whatever we have observed will be over 10 marks. And on that note, the supporting team, where we have Oyindamola Olasoji from the King Christ Redeemer Model Secondary School, she was able to pull the total marks of 35 marks at the end of it all. Let's clap her. Then while they were rebuting, the first school had 7 marks, while the second school had 5 marks. So on this note, I'm going to be for kings and queen for Christ Redeemer's Model College Secondary School. We have the total marks of 74%. And the Kings and Queen Secondary School was able to have an aggregate marks of 73%. That's okay, that's okay. Hello, I want to believe you will all agree with me that done well. And we have no winner or loser in this case. They have all done well. They are best brains, all of them. Honestly, they have really done well. Are you getting me? There is no loser among them. So, on this note, I want to declare Christ the Redeemer Model Secondary School as a winner of the debate competition.
Edu TV Nigeria. So this is Osogbo branch. So we do a lot of things. We have partnership with OAU. We do documentaries for their lecturers and also debates for secondary school and some other educative program. And if you go to our website www.edutv.com.ng, you will see our content. So we have a mobile app on Google Play Store. Currently it's on Google Play Store. We have 2 mobile apps. We have Light and Main. So you have our logo, you see our logo there. So that is you can, if you download it on your, or you can tell your parents to download it on your phone so that they can watch. So this program is going to be live on our website, on our mobile app, on our decoder app by next week, by the grace of God. So once again, you'll be able to watch it again and again. So it's going to be wonderful. The editing, we're going to do so much awesome work on it, and it's going to be available to the public. So a lot of people will have access to it from all over the world because it's going to be on the internet and also across all our platforms. Once again, I want to appreciate Christ the Redeemer Model Secondary School for this wonderful time spent here, and also Kings and Queens Academy. You have done wonderful well. Once again, a round of applause to all of them. Thank you all.